Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. I hope all is well. So, I was watching Pop the Balloon or Find Love. The only one that I really watch with Arlette, and there was a Christian woman on the show, and she stood on business, but there were these three men who had an issue with what she said, and I'm going to call them three foolish men. Three foolish men. And we are going to get into why I call them foolish men. So let's get into the part of the episode in which the Christian woman was the person to come out and choose out of, I believe, maybe 10 men um, in order for her to find love. Let's get into it.
Hello. What's your name?
My name is Gabriella.
Gabriella, how old are you?
I'm 26 years old.
Where are you from?
I'm from Miami, Florida.
Miami, Florida. Okay, what do you do?
I'm currently a full-time student. I'm getting my master's in clinical mental health counseling, but I also have two businesses. I'm an entrepreneur. First business is called QG's Kitchen. I sell food and do catering. And my second business, I'm a tailor and an esthetician. So I combine faith, beauty, and mental health services together.
Okay.
Faith, beauty, and mental health services together. All right. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, a lot of the people who come on the show or who are participants on the show, they have a lot going on. They have a lot going on. And, I just hope that they find the time to date if that's something that they want to do. But let's continue.
Nice. So what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to go outside. So I like to be in nature. I like climbing rocks and just like mountain hiking, things like that.
Okay.
Nature. Beauty, anything mental health or safe space things related.
Nice. And what are some things you look for in a man?
So I look for a man who is God-fearing, who leads from a place of submission to God and not from a place of pride or ego. A man who is chivalrous, who's romantic, who likes planning dates and leading things. A man who is honest, compassionate, kind, and who has a sense of humor.
All right. And what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breaker for me would be a man who is not willing to walk in abstinence and who's not really in a real authentic relationship with God, who's just saying it to just be trendy and not actually following and being obedient to God.
Okay. So we did get some pop balloons. Let's head on over there and see.
Well, as soon as you said abstinence, I just had a feeling that someone was going to pop. Someone was going to pop. And yeah, because nowadays people they want to do things of the world. Like they say that they want a woman who is as pure as possible, someone who has a good head on their shoulders, but again, as pure as possible until they get to them, right? Until they start to date them, right? Then they want to do all the things that married couples are supposed to do, right? Let's continue.
Why they ended up popping. Okay. Your name and age, and why did you pop your balloon?
I'm Aaron. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
you. You're very gorgeous. I love your fit. It was mainly the age. I'm 36, so yeah, I'm in my unk era now. So out of respect, I just popped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Thank you.
And now, is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, very attractive.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go over here. Your name and age, and why did you pop your balloon?
How you doing? I'm Brahim. I'm 31. It was the age as well. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So, yeah, I feel like it's like, I don't know if you got a little bit more maturity they do. I was like the age. Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay. I understand.
Okay. And is he someone that's your type?
Yeah. I like how you dress. I like your style.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Is it me or is 5 years not that much? Is it me? But I guess around the age of 26, I guess there are some 26-year-old women who are very mature for their age and grounded in morals, right? And there are some who are not. But it seems like this woman right here is very mature for her age. She, the way that she speaks, the way that she carries herself, and even the way that she dresses, in which we could look at again. But not a short skirt. Um, she's covered up, and things like that. She's a woman of God. She yeah, it just seems like she knows what she wants and is mature, but I mean, to each his own.
Let's go on over here. Your name and age, and why did you pop your balloon?
I'm David, 31, and not to just ride the wave, but just the age. That's all.
Okay.
Just the age. That's all. But you very gorgeous, put together. Love the dress, heels, toes, makeup, everything. A1.
Thank you so much.
And is he someone that's your type?
Yes, I love your style as well.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate
the
it.
braids. I love the braids.
I
Natural
appreciate
hair.
it. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. All right. Your name and age, and why did you pop your balloon?
I'm Mola. I'm 31 years old. I'm sorry, what was your name one more time?
Gabriella.
Gabriella. I popped my balloon just because I have a preference for natural hair. Otherwise, you're dressed fantastically. You said that you mix faith and fashion.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that. You put that together. You
Thank
chose a green that complements your skin, the green and gold on top of the chocolate skin. You look wonderful. It's nothing personally against you. It's just a preference.
Thank you. I really
I hope
appreciate
you find
that.
what you're looking for.
Thank you.
And now, is he someone that's your type?
Yes, I love your style as well. You guys are dressed really nicely.
Thank you.
Of course.
Guys, good job.
She's very humble.
Your
very humble.
name and age, and why did you pop your balloon?
My name is Stefan. I'm 31, and I pop my balloon just for the age. You're very beautiful. You have nice eyes. You put yourself well together, but it's just for the age for me. So that's why I pop my balloon.
Thank you.
Right. And is he someone that's your type?
Yes. Love your style.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Your name and age, and why did you pop your balloon?
My name is Eli. I'm 35 years old. I think you're a beautiful woman, and I know a child of God when I see one. And you said something about chivalry. I'm a chivalrous man, but it's the age. I don't have anything against younger women. You know what I mean? But you only get one time on pop the balloon.
Yeah.
So it's just the age. That's all. But I think your dress is nice, shoes is nice, everything. You did your thing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And why did is he someone that's your type?
Yes.
Hold up, you say yes?
You no. Let's go. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Victor. I'm 35. Before I really get into it, the first thing I want to acknowledge is you mentioned abstinence, and that I think that is amazing. I'm working on that. I'm not quite there in my journey yet. Your age is not a problem. But just the main thing is I just really don't have that over attraction to you. I do think you look amazing, but I think I would be wasting your time, and I don't think that's right. So but your values, what you stand for, like that's exactly what I'm aligned with. So that's dope. It's dope.
Thank you. I really appreciate
It's
that.
a pleasure.
And is he someone that's your type?
No.
No. Okay. And why not?
Now, I'm sorry, I sped it up a little bit, but now he's not one of the fools, but this reply or his reasoning to why he popped, that was a good reason. He didn't find her attractive, but what she stood for is what he's looking for. But excuse me, but he didn't find her attractive. Now, she's very beautiful. She seems like a beautiful young lady. But I'm not on the show. But yeah, so I don't see anything wrong with his response or reason for why he popped. He's not one of the foolish guys, but we're gonna get into that.
I would say just his hairstyle, not something I would really go for.
Got it. Got it.
But I do love
said
natural
no.
hair,
Thank you. Thank you.
of course.
Your name and age, and why
There we
did you
go.
pop your balloon?
Yes, hi, my name is Norris. I'm 35.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you. I pop solely because I think you're gorgeous. I love your skin. I love the fits, but you're just not someone that I could see myself being with long term. And then when you got into the religion piece of it, the whole abstinence thing, and I understand this is a big take. I hate to sound shallow, but I'm too old. I'm not going back to abstinence. I'm not a virgin. And I feel like when you're leading that way, and respectfully, again, I'm not trying to do anything, but you have tattoos. There's a lot of things in the Bible that they say you shouldn't do. And if you pick and choose that one, that to me says, it's not for me. Just keep it that simple.
Yes. Well, in the Bible, it says not to have tattoos that are basically in dedication to someone who's passed away, tattoos that are honoring people that have died. It's not for tattoos that I feel like have the definition of what it is today. My tattoos, each of them mean something very important to me. There's different periods of my life that have passed, which is why I've gotten them. So it's not something that goes against the Bible, but I appreciate your take on that.
Yeah, and I didn't, just to clear that up, I wasn't trying to, I'm not no big Bible. I can't recite it or anything like
Yeah.
that. But I do know they say something about your body being a temple. If
Definitely.
it's something that simple and we can still do that, then I don't see why we can't have sex. So respectfully, not me and you, just in general.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You look good though.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. And now, is he someone that's your type?
Yes, it's just the earring that I didn't like, but that was it.
Why you don't like it?
I don't know. I just don't really like guys who have like dangly earrings. It's just not a preference.
Okay.
Just don't
Thank
like
you.
it, bro.
Let's go over here.
All right, so let's get into. So he's one of the men who had a foolish response. He doesn't read the Bible. He said that he's not in the Bible, but he wants to judge her on something that is in the Bible, or something that you know that he believes is in the Bible, right? Or that he thinks that he understands, right? And this is why I call this man a fool. Excuse me. It says in Proverbs 18:2, a fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion. He wasn't trying to really understand it. Now, what he's saying is this, right? If tattoo is a sin and you have that, right? But now you want to be abstinent. Fornication is a sin. Well, shoot, you got a tattoo, so we might as well just keep sinning. What kind of person says that? A foolish person, right? A person who does not try to understand, but is okay and pleased with going with his own opinion. And let's go to that scripture. And it says nothing about tattoos being a sin, right? It says nothing about that. And let's go to the scripture. So it says in Leviticus, the 19th chapter, and we're going to start at the 26th verse. It says, ye shall not eat anything with blood, neither shall ye use enchantment nor observe times. Ye shall not round the corners of your head. Excuse me. Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. Now, 27 says, ye shall not round the corners of your head, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. So we do that, right? We get shape-ups, we get haircuts, we do that. And do you know why? Do you know why we do that? And do you know who this was written to, and why it was written? She's right. These were for marks and prints of people who passed on. But you have to remember, this was under the old covenant, right? Under the Mosaic law. And what God was telling Israel and why they had the Mosaic law was to keep them separate from the other nations and what they were doing, right? So the other nations were marking their bodies for mourning of the dead, right? So they will mark their bodies. They will mark their bodies with images or designs or whatever for their false gods, right? You know, paying tribute and giving praise to their false god, worshiping their false gods, right? So whatever they were doing, he was informing Israel not to do them. We are to be set apart from the other nations because they were evil nations, right? So that was the main reason why God informed them or why that was in the law, not to mark your body, to keep them away and to stop them from doing what the other nations did. Just like the king, having a king. God is king. But what happened? Israel told who? Samuel that, hey, we want a king. And Samuel was saying, hey, the Lord is your king. And God said, what? Give them what they want. And they chose Saul as their king because the other nations had kings. So Israel wanted to be like the other nations and have a king of their own when God was supposed to be their king. Right? So God was trying to set them apart from other nations. Now with him, he's saying it again. He's saying, look, you want to pick and choose, since you're already doing one sin with your tattoos, why not just keep on going and keep sinning and sinning? What's wrong with that? Right? That's a foolish mindset. A foolish mindset. And him being 35 years old, you would think he would have at least a little wisdom, right? I'm 35 years old. I don't want to do that again. I don't want to, I'm past that stage of my life. Well, what does that mean? Well, we are no longer under the Mosaic law. What was given here was a part of the civil law, to keep the society, for society, the rules that society had to follow, the rules that the nation of Israel had to follow, right? We are no longer under the law. Let's go to Galatians 5th chapter in the first verse. It says, so Christ has truly set us free. Now make sure that you stay free and don't get tied up in the slavery of the law. Don't try to go back and do the things of the law, because what? Christ already came to fulfill the law. He fulfilled the law and he accomplished it, right? Let's go to Romans 10:4. For Christ is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone who believes. So Christ is the end of the law. He fulfilled it. He fulfilled the law perfectly so that we didn't have to do it. So, but if he would have actually studied the Bible, like you can't say I don't study the Bible, but I'm going to test you on it, or I'm going to give my opinion on your actions in the Bible and what it says in the Bible. You don't study it. You don't know. So that was very foolish. Just go to the next man.
Your name and age, and why did you pop your balloon?
Hey, I'm Jacob. I'm 27. I popped my balloon. Well, first I want to say the fit is dope. I've made something like this, so I want to show you later. But I really would see you more on a friend basis just because of the abstinence, and not saying that all I want is sex right now, but I do think that it's a key component before I get married with somebody, to know that sexual attraction is not only real, but that it's magical. So I could see myself being friends with you, and that's where I leave it, because you're super dope, though. I don't want you to bend your faith in any way, but yeah, that's just where I have it.
Okay. Got it. And is he someone that's your type?
Because of his answer, no, that made him not my type automatically. I really do think that we would be great friends as well. I love your vibe. You're very dope, but I do not plan on bending my faith. I think that's something that is important to me that I value, and I'll
Yeah.
keep holding on to it.
I agree. You should keep it.
Thank you.
Another foolish answer. I need to know if it's magical. Again, these men want women to know what they're doing in the bed and want them to be out there until they get to them, right? They don't want a woman who is pure, a woman who is trying to not give into sexual temptation. They want a woman to know what she's doing in the bed, and wanting to do that and until they get to her, until they get to him, right? They want a woman who knows what they're doing in the bed. Now, with me, look, I feel like if you love that person, if you grow and get to love that person, whatever you are doing in the bedroom is going to be magical. If there's things that need to be worked on, okay, we'll work on it. But you got to have that connection, that love there, because we know that, sex can keep a person in a relationship, right? Sex can keep a person in a bad relationship, because you got to have that spiritual connection. And I just think that was a foolish answer from him. Let's continue.
Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Yeah, I'm Jock. I'm 33. I'm also from Florida, so shout out to the Florida connections.
Yes.
I just didn't feel like the attraction was fully there for me. And then also, I am religious, but I ain't trying to practice no type of abstinence. I ain't gonna hold to you.
You're not religious.
I feel like we pick and choose religion that we want to do. And yeah, and in the age was a little bit for me, but yeah, that's it.
Okay, got it.
But you do look nice and you seem cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And is he someone that's your type?
No, same as him based off the answer. And for me personally, it's not religion, it's more so a relationship. The deeper I've gotten in my relationship with God, the more convicted I feel about certain things, to where I feel like it's either you're all in or you're not. And so I'm at the point where I've just given all in, and I've been abstinent for 3 years now, and it's not something that I plan to shake on. So I appreciate that.
I wouldn't want to ruin that. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, let's head on back this way.
All right.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the balloons popped, but thank you so much for coming on. I'll go ahead and take the mic, and let's give it up for her, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm confused because she said that the first guy, the 35-year-old, the bald guy, was her type. This guy was her type right here, but he didn't believe in abstinence. He didn't even know the Bible. But the other two were not. These two were not her type. But anyway, again, he's not religious at all. And when people say I'm focused more on relationship and not religion with Christ, with God, look, religion and relationship with Christ go hand in hand. Again, James 1:27, pure religion is giving to the orphans and the widows, and also not letting the world corrupt you. This man said that he's religious. She said that she's focused more on relationship than religion, but they go hand in hand. That man is not religious. 3 foolish answers from men. But those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Again, Proverbs 18:2 says, "A fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion." Let me know your thoughts. Just let me know your thoughts. God bless you all. Be safe.